going to do an insight video today. The last couple of weeks, I've been talking a lot about source light and creation and the creator aspect of self and creation vibration. And this is really important as we start to anchor in these new energies and these new lights. I feel like the infinite self and the higher self is an aspect of self that we need to open up and try and sort of connect more and more with as we start to move through this sort of this ascension process that many of us are going through. The creator aspect of self, for me, is about creation. It's about manifestation. It's about consciousness, and it's about the awakening and the awareness that we are like bodies and we are like being. And the more that we start to become aware of that, and the more we become aligned with that, the more we start to realize that there is no separation. And it's so important, this lesson of this understanding or this awareness of non-separation, because the more that you start to realize this, the more that you start to see that everything exists at once in one vibration. There is nothing that's separate. So in a sense, many of us go on this spiritual path, and we start to open up and try and sort of connect into our guides and the angels and the masters and also our soul and our own sort of vibration. And we start to realize that with no separation, all is existing at once, in one moment, in 1 second, in one vibration. So we start to realize that, and this is where again the teachings of Saint Germain, I feel, come in with the transmutation and the transformation. You start to realize, and you start to really sort of have the awareness that nothing is set in stone. Nothing is everything that is sort of there available, the vibration, the flow of the universe is there, and it's flowing into your life always, and it's flowing into your energy constantly. It's a constant sort of flow of vibrations and frequencies, and you start to realize that whatever you feel is in front of you, that is there, that your reality, that you can shift and change this. And this is so important, and this is where this kind of creator aspect and this creator being that each and every one of us hold the vibration for is really, really important, that we start to become aware of it. Because so many of us, I feel, walk through this human path, and we feel like our lives are the way they are and they're just going to continue that way. Well, in that sense, when we start to do that, we close off from this potential and this opportunity that we have, each and every one of us, in us. For me, our external lives carry on, and we go to work and we do this, and we get caught up in this vibration of this 3D reality of life, when actually, when you really have a true awareness of that, anything can be changed, and there's an opportunity at any moment. So there's energy flowing into your field at any time, and you can shift and change that reality. One, you can shift and change how you feel about it, and two, you can shift and change it to manifest something different. So it's it's a powerful insight and a powerful understanding that actually because this vibration and this energy flow is constantly flowing into your energy, there is an opportunity to transform anything in any moment, in any second. And this really is a game changer, in the sense when you start to become aware of it, because you start to realize you can look at your life, and you can look at things that are going on, and you have a choice. You have a choice to change. You have a choice to manifest and create something. But you also, and it's different. I've talked about this before. It's when I go into this this feeling of this oneness and the infinite self, there's many aspects and there's many versions to it. And when people start talking about ultimate, multi-dimensional self or infinite self, they're talking about the many different sort of layers and levels to that, the many different vibrations and frequencies. So there's many aspects to self, and there's many different sort of how I see the infinite self. I see it's this vibrating being of infinite potential and infinite energy, but there's also infinite versions of it, infinite versions. So in a sense, there's many aspects to it, and as you shift and change your consciousness, you shift and change your reality, and you shift and change a version of yourself. So you can sort of like, and this is where the transformation comes in and the transmutation comes in, where you start to transform into a different sort of awareness, a different sort of understanding, and you see the world differently, but also you shift and change to a different state of being. So like again, beingness is being connected with this one vibration, and when you're connected in this sense of beingness, you're aligned, and when you're aligned, you're open, and then you're open to receive information. You're open to receive the infinite source energy that allows you to vibrate in a way that you create a frequency that helps shift and change. And this is where the transformation happens. So at first of all, it sort of happens within your energy field and within your vibration and your frequency, and then it happens like within your consciousness, where you consciously start to integrate it and think and feel and express yourself in a different way. And when you start to do that, you create a different vibration, you create a different frequency. So this time is about awakening and knowing that we, each and every one of us has this vibration. And also, when I was talking about creation and this oneness vibration, there's many beings that walk with us in light and energy, and they're around us all the time, and they're with us all the time. And again, this notion of non-separation, that there's only one vibration, there's only one frequency. Everything is existing in one vibration. So in that sense, nothing's separate. So all these guides and these angels and these beings that we're trying to connect to are already sort of vibrating with us. And the more that we become aware of that, and the more that we become aligned with that, the more we understand that we have access to this. We have access to this universal source. And this is what Al-Mura teaches us, that this divine flow, this divine intelligence, this divine vibration, this one vibration is within us and is part of us, and we can access it. And again, this is part of like when you Archangel Raziel with the universal keys and like the infinite universal truths. And again, the universal teacher of Melchizedek, that brings in this universal truth and this universal understanding. And these beings come in with this beautiful, deep, rich purple, which is the universal vibration, the universal frequency, that brings in these truths, this wisdom, this understanding. And this is what the masters bring. They bring this illumination, they bring this wisdom, they bring this understanding to each and every one of us. And when we start to open up, and again, the universal law of inspired action and correspondence work in perfect unity and perfect harmony. One, the correspondence to awaken you to your sort of like creator aspect, and this source energy, this source light, and this infinite sort of like vibration of energy, and this infinite source of energy that you have within yourself. And it opens you up to become a channel to start to receive. And then you start to receive information from Archangel Gabriel, brings in the message. Archangel Gabriel is the messenger, bringing in insights and understanding and awareness, again to bring harmony and peace back to your reality, but also to awaken you to your full potential, as well as Archangel Michael, that protects you, that awakens you to this information as well, this understanding, this awareness of transmutation, transformation. Archangel Michael works very much on the planet to awaken all souls, protects all souls, to awaken them to express their ultimate truth, but also works very much with like Saint Germain's vibration of transmutation and transformation, as we start to sort of transform into this new sort of like being, this new sort of state of understanding, awareness, and wisdom, as we start to align. And this is what this time's about. And again, like Lord Lanto with the illumination, walking in your own vibration, walking in your own frequency. Another thing that was coming through to me this morning, I was just doing some sort of like some energy work this morning, and I felt very much around harmony, but it was talking about harmony where you're in your own vibration, where you're in your own frequency, where you walk in your own frequency. And once you start to sort of allow that frequency start to vibrate, within your own energy field, then you create your own sort of like reality of this harmony frequency within your own energy frequency. And then what that does is that energy frequency vibrates within yourself, and then it creates a harmonic reality on the external world. The external world aligns with the inner frequency, which is again this universal law of correspondence. And this is why it's so important that we we understand these universal laws, and we start to align with them. And again, I was talking about manifestation and like the law of attraction, and I really want to say the law of creation, because it, like, the law of creation is what I want to talk about, because the law of attraction is only a reflection of the law of creation, which is the law of creation is this fact that we create, that we're these creators, and we create through our own vibration and our own frequency, and the attraction is really the reflection of what we're creating within our own energy fields and with our own consciousness. Energy work is everything, because we are energy, we are light energy, we are light beings. So creating and using or creating our world through an energetic sort of frequency creates our what appears to be a physical reality, because the physical reality is only a reflection of our energetic frequency. And this is why it's so important. And I feel more and more, I've always worked with energy, but I feel more and more as I start to go down this path, that I feel, your vibration, your frequency, your energy, how you use it is what creates your reality. And this is what the masters, I feel, did when they illuminated themselves on this planet. It, your energy, sort of like ascended Master Jesus, that walked with this vibration of peace, love, and harmony. He created that frequency within himself, within his own energy being, not his self, because it's energy being, because he was this being, he was beingness of this harmony, love, and frequency, and it created, and he sort of resonated with this energy, and then others resonated with that, like with this universal heart, which it beats as one. And then what it did is, it then, that when that heart started to beat, that universal heart with that source light was beating as one, others sort of like awakened to that, and then they connected to it, they aligned with it. And this is why the ascended master Christ, or Master Jesus, had such an impact, because he had this universal heart that was vibrating and beating with that that light, that energy, and other beings were connected to that. And this is what we need to do. We need to work on our own energy and our own frequency, and we need to vibrate in a certain way, and others will align with that. It brings harmony, it creates harmony. I've seen it loads of times at work, where I anchor in energy, and I create like a harmonious sort of like frequency at work, and I can see it, I can feel it, and I can see others that sort of like align with it. And we can all do this, and this is what we need to do. So we start with ourselves, and we create this vibration, we create this universal sort of like vibration within ourselves, this source light vibration, this creator vibration, where we start to create. And then what happens is others then align with it, and then we awaken as a collective. And this is what helps start to shift the planet, but it helps start to shift our own reality. And this is the purpose of why we're here, and this is why we've all come down, and this is why I share these videos, because it's about us sharing our vibrations, and it's expressing them, putting them out there, because it affects the planet, it affects the planet's vibration, but it opens up the energy frequency, the energy channels, or the energy ley lines, or the energy fields in the planet. All sort of like creation is part of that vibration. Plants, if you're walking around in this vibration, this high frequency vibration, plants, everything is nourished by it, as well as you're nourished by it. And then you send it out and you express it, and then it opens up the energy field of the planet, for the planet to start to align, and again, and become in line and in sync. And again, I've said this is where Lemuria and Atlantis came in, because this is what they did at that time. They had opened sort of like universal gateways, energy channels, and this is why many sort of like beings were sort of like vibrating in unity. Sort of Archangel Michael, the archangels visited Atlantis and Lemuria. You had universal teachers and different sort of universal beings that worked with the Atlanteans and Lemurians, because they were connected, they were aligned. And this is what we need to get back to, and this is the age of what we're coming back to. But it's about, we need to do the work, and this is why the Ascended Masters are with us, to give us this information, give us this wisdom, give us knowledge, and do the work to start to open up our vibrations and frequencies, so we can become in harmony again. That's the insight for today.